Are you tired of walking on eggshells at home? Do family disagreements feel like constant battles, leaving everyone drained? Imagine a home where conflict is a stepping stone to stronger bonds, not a stumbling block. This video, the first in our Family Peace Toolkit series, will equip you with practical strategies to transform your family dynamics, starting today. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Three Koi Fishes channel. We are a team of parents with over 80 years of combined experience. We personally research and vet material, sharing the most relevant information based on our practical knowledge as parents. Today's topic is absolutely foundational, understanding the roots of conflict in your family. Let's be honest, conflict in families is inevitable. From toddler tantrums to teenage eye rolls, from sibling squabbles to marital tensions, it's a part of life. But how we handle that conflict, how we understand its origins, makes all the difference. Many parents feel like they're just putting out fires, reacting to every explosion. But what if you could understand why those fires start in the first place? That's what we're going to uncover today. We're starting our Family Peace Toolkit series by getting to the root causes, so you can stop just reacting and start proactively building a more harmonious home. Think of this as laying the groundwork for stronger connections and more effective problem solving in every part of your family life. So, what sets off those family fireworks? Well, every family is unique. There are some universal culprits. Let's dig into the most common triggers. This one seems obvious, right? But how often do we truly acknowledge how profoundly exhaustion impacts our patience? For parents, for kids, for teens, when energy reserves are low, everyone's fuse is shorter. Think about it. That toddler meltdown over a dropped cracker? It's probably less about the cracker and more about being overtired. That teenager's surly response? Often fueled by lack of sleep. According to research from institutions like the Harvard Center on the Developing Child, chronic stress and sleep deprivation significantly impair our prefrontal cortex. That's the part of our brain responsible for impulse control and rational decision-making. So, when you're all running on fumes, arguments escalate faster. Recognizing this isn't an excuse. It's a vital first step in knowing when to hit pause or adjust expectations. This is a huge one. How often do we think we've been clear, only to find our message was completely lost in translation? Kids are still developing their language and comprehension skills. We, as adults, often make assumptions. A child says, "You never let me do anything." What they might mean is, "I'm frustrated because I want to play outside, and I don't understand why I can't." An adult might hear, "You're a terrible parent." The brilliant work of the Gottman Institute on Healthy Relationships consistently highlights how often conflict stems not from malice, but from a failure to truly understand each other's perspectives. Miscommunication can be about tone, body language, or simply not listening deeply enough. This is often the deepest root. Behind every complaint, every outburst, every retreat into silence, there's usually an unmet need. For children, it might be a need for attention, autonomy, connection, or safety. For parents, it could be a need for respect, support, appreciation, or simply a moment of peace. When a child throws a tantrum because they want another cookie, the unmet need might be control or choice. When a teenager slams a door, it could be a need for privacy or feeling misunderstood. When you feel resentful, it might be an unmet need for partnership from your spouse. Identifying these underlying needs, as discussed extensively in positive psychology, shifts the focus from blame to problem solving. It's a game changer. If recognizing these triggers already has you thinking about your last family disagreement differently, hit that like button. It helps us know this content is resonating with you. Now, let's talk about one of the most powerful concepts in understanding conflict, the iceberg analogy. When conflict erupts, what we see and hear is just the tip of the iceberg. The yelling, the stubborn refusal, the sulking, the slammed door. These are the surface arguments or behaviors. But beneath that surface, hidden from plain view, are the deeper emotional currents, unmet needs, past experiences, and even core values that are truly driving the conflict. For example, a sibling fight over a toy might look like just sharing issues on the surface. But beneath, one child might feel one emotion, frustrated because they haven't had exclusive playtime all day, or two. A need for autonomy or control over their possessions. Or 3, past experience, a memory of a favorite toy being broken when shared before. This insight, drawn from family systems therapy, is critical. If you only address the tip of the iceberg, the toy, you'll solve the immediate problem, but the deeper issues will resurface in the next argument. You'll keep having the same fight about different things. Can you relate to that? Having the same fight, just repackaged? By learning to look beneath the surface, you start to address the true drivers. Instead of just saying, share the toy, you might acknowledge, it looks like you're feeling frustrated because you wanted to play alone right now. Let's figure out a fair way to share that gives everyone time. This shifts from punishment to understanding and problem solving. Finally, a huge piece of the puzzle is understanding your child's developmental stage. A conflict with a 2-year-old is profoundly different from a conflict with a 10-year-old or a 15-year-old. For toddlers, ages 1 to 3, they're developing autonomy and asserting independence. Conflict often stems from limited language, big emotions they can't regulate, and a need for control. Saying no is their way of testing boundaries. We see this often explained by the Child Mind Institute in their comprehensive guides on child development. For preschoolers, ages 3 to 5, they're learning social skills and how to share. Conflict might be about turn-taking, wanting to be first, or asserting their own ideas. They need help with emotional vocabulary. And for elementary school, ages 6 to 11, they're understanding rules, fairness, and logical consequences. Conflict can involve justice, that's not fair, friendship drama, or disagreements over games. They can participate more in problem solving. Last, for adolescents, ages 12 plus, they're forming their identity, seeking independence, and their brains are undergoing massive changes, especially impulse control. Conflict often revolves around privacy, freedom, peer influence, and feeling misunderstood. Recognizing these stages, as highlighted by developmental psychology, means you can tailor your approach. You wouldn't expect a 2-year-old to articulate their feelings like a 10-year-old, or a teenager to accept a command without question like a younger child. Adjusting your expectations and communication style based on their age dramatically reduces friction. What age group is currently the most challenging for conflict in your home? Let us know in the comments below. What a journey we've taken today, peeling back the layers to understand the true roots of family conflict. We've explored common triggers like exhaustion, miscommunication, and unmet needs. We've introduced the powerful iceberg analogy to see beyond surface arguments, and we've reminded ourselves how crucial developmental stages are to how conflict plays out. Remember, understanding these roots is the first crucial step. In our next video, part 2 of the Family Peace Toolkit, we'll dive into proactive communication and de-escalation strategies. You'll learn powerful techniques like active listening and I statements to prevent conflicts from escalating in the first place. You don't want to miss it. If today's insights have resonated with you, please consider subscribing to the channel to help promote it and join our community of parents building stronger, more peaceful families.